Hi folks, Tom with Midwest Gold Fever. We're back on the creek, back on the spot that I was on last weekend, and we found some really good gold. There's 4 spots we're going to hit today. One of them is going to be right in this area, and we hit it last weekend. I hit it last weekend, and there was some gold in there. The other spot's going to be right here at my feet. And this is a pretty deep hole. It goes down, and we start hitting clay, and we start hitting this stuff right underneath that bedrock. And we know there's some damn gold in there. So, and then the other spot right here that I hit last weekend was this spot right here, and it is all gravelly. It gets down into that good stuff too. Got to get down in there. It's probably washed out a little bit, but you can see all the fine sands in there. It's all dark sands, man. It's all dark sands right there. And then up there by where the classifier's at, I think that's another spot we're gonna hit because it just looks so good. The gravel's come in, the bedrock's broken up, it's starting to degrade. All the things that I've learned from getting into this, that this should hold gold. So we're gonna get set up. Chris is on the camera right now, and we're gonna get set up. We're gonna do some work for a little bit, and I'll film here and there, and then we'll see you here in a while. Alright folks, so I've been working this spot here, and the water's running under that rock, which is very cool. But this little section right here, all this sand comes down, is converged into this pocket. And this pocket, let me show you my little kid shovel here. This pocket, I'm already way back in there on this pocket. And you can see when I pull it out, it's just dark sands, some gravelly stuff, kind of some clay stuff in there. So I'm going to classify this stuff down and put it in the bucket. What you doing there, Chris?
Classifying it down, panning it down, trying to find gold.
Find some gold?
Trying to find some gold.
Which spot you working at right there where the shovel's at?
Yep, right there in that spot.
Pretty deep.
There was 2 great big rocks broken up right
Yep.
coming off of that.
Yep.
So I moved the big rocks out of the way. I'm digging right underneath them.
Oh man, looks juicy, man. I'm still working this hole right here. Chris got a bucket of cons going over there. I got one going over here. We're just classifying down, panning off some of the real light shit, light stuff. I guess I could keep it PG here, but anyway, we're out here. I did a couple of test pans of these concentrates right here that's in the bucket, and did find gold. So we're on the gold. I was painting this back. It had several pieces of flour gold in it. So into the cons you go. Con! Still working this little area right here. The great thing is by the time I go and classify it down, I come back and it's all cleared off right there water wise, so I can see what's going on, but this thing just keeps going and going and going. And Chris has got all excited a minute ago because he's pretty sure he saw a little tiny picker in there. And we're hoping when we get it back to the house, look at that smile. We get back to the house, we're hoping we can, it'll come out in the cleanup. So we've been out here about an hour, having a good time. We flip around a full mug. I got my sweatband on so I don't get my stuff in my eyes. It burns my eyes, man. I can't help it. It's nice and cool today, but I'm a fat guy, and so fat guys, we sweat. That's just the way it is. So, and when we get sweat in our eyes, then we get angry and doesn't make for fun panning. So, so we're keeping the sweat out of the eyes, and we're out here working because that's the only way you're gonna get the damn gold. You're not gonna get it on the couch. You're not gonna get it eating potato chips. You're gonna get it when you're out here in the creek, in the nature. So get your ass up and go get some gold, because it's out there.
All right, folks. About to get my third pan out of this hole off of this drop off here that I've been cleaning out around. I dug those two great big rocks out of that spot. So, what area I got? This is all running down into a main creek down there. So we're up in a little side creek. Tom's down there in his area, panning out.
What's up?
But yeah, about to get my third pan out of here.
All right. Chris up there panning down. I got me a classifier full. Honestly, I got this deep classifier, and I thought I would really like it. And I don't know that I do, just because it does so much that if you're into real clay, mucky kind of stuff, and you really want to get down in there to work it down with your fingers, it's kind of tough to get down all the way to the bottom of it. With one of the shallower classifiers though, it's a little easier to do. So, but you know, I bought it and wanted to try it because I thought it would be a good idea. So, but I'm just going to sit here and got this big stuff in here, and it's all classified or in a classifier, and I'm going to pan it down, and y'all can watch, I guess. Always check through here, because you never know when you might find something nice. Not just gold, but a nice rock or an agate or something else. So it always pays to look through it. Pretty little green rock. But we ain't gonna find no nuggets in there. I can about guarantee you that. Not in this part of the country anyway. You can see how stuff is just chocolatey.
Are you on camera right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Che. I'm still shooting.
I want to show you something.
I'm on, it's just chocolate milk, man. So I try to get it where it's not chocolatey, and then we'll put it in the Cons bucket. Yeah, just put it in the Cons, man. It's there. It ain't going nowhere. If you've stratified it down, it'll be sink to the bottom. You know what I mean? Yeah. I always wonder about whether I'm losing gold, or whether I'm panning wrong, or whether I'm doing something wrong. And you know, then I just got to think back that, you know, people have been panning now for 160, 70 years, just in, I mean, that we know of in the U.S. So, and probably thousands of years, if not tens of thousands of years, globally. But you know, these methods are, you just have to trust the method. I mean, if this is how everybody's getting their gold, then you got, you know, you got to trust that the gold's falling to the bottom, and you got to trust that you're not panning it out. And you know, we're new to this, so it wouldn't surprise me if we do lose some gold. But you know, it's As long as we're getting more than we're losing right now, I guess that's the important part. So, but you can watch me pan this down. Chris will be in the background. I'll probably speed it up through this, so. Oh yeah, there's specks of gold in here, so into the cons it goes. I've been out here a couple hours, already feeling it. It happens when you get old. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Super happy though with what we got. Probably is going to be our best clean out on this creek yet. What we really need is we really need a high banker and we really need a dredge. So I thinking, and what I'm looking at actually is the I'm looking at the Goldie blocks. I've been looking. I'm kind of a nerd that way, in that I research and do some more research. So the Goldie block seems like it's going to do everything that I need it to do. Goldie box. I don't know why I keep calling it blocks. Dumbass. Goldie box and the complete kit. It's been a fun day so far, and good exercise, and good I'm tired, or getting tired already, which that's a good thing. I like being tired. It means I did shit. If you ain't tired, then you ain't doing enough. So, but we're gonna work on it just a little longer, probably. We got some beautiful weather today. But I definitely want to up our production in this area. We've both been finding really nice gold in our pans today, and we've got the concentrates in 2 different buckets that we're going to take back to the house, and I'll run them through the Cleanup Buddy and Flour Gold sleuths, probably in that order, honestly, just to make sure that we get everything, because the tiny stuff will go through pretty quick. So. But we're on some gold here. I'm gonna flip this around. Chris is still working that area up there. He showed me a picture that he had on his camera of a pretty decent flake of gold. Probably the biggest flake of gold that we've seen on this creek so far. And so I'm stoked to see what he's got. Oh man, look at that.
I think it's a spearhead.
That's definitely been worked. That is a prize right there,
yeah,
brother.
I think it's a spearhead right there.
Wow, that is a hell of a prize, man.
Look at the color.
Oh yeah, nice coloring. It's got. I'm not a geologist, but that is cool. It's kind of 2 different rocks there, but you can definitely tell the edges have been worked.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And I think as we get further in this creek up here, I think we'll find more of that, because back up in this woods over here, I mushroom hunt it sometimes, and we found 2 of those 2 Indian marker trees back there, which is kind of cool, because that just tells us that there was some activity here at some point. And I found down in this creek, way further up, probably 400 yards up this creek, I found a real nice palm skinner that had been worked, and we think those are like the Neolithic age, I believe that somebody told me. Super old, so, which is really cool, because that's just part of the history that I like. And you know, it's just wild to think about that gold's been sitting here for thousands of years under these rocks, and we're coming along and finding it. But I like it. I love it. So around
I got to get back to work. I can't just sit here and talk all day as much as I'd like to. There's work to be done. So we'll probably see you all back at the house. It'll probably be the next time I film, unless we just really have something cool come up, like another one of those pieces of stone tool. That right there, that got me going, man. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was, if we didn't have a single flake of gold in the pan all day, that was worth it. That was worth coming out here right there. Just that history. And I'm gonna babble for a second, but this is what I dig about history. It's to think about that hundreds, even potentially thousands of years ago, that somebody sat in this area with that piece of stone and worked it, and worked the edge to make it sharp and to make it a tool that he could survive with out here. That's freaking mind-blowing to me. I really find that genuinely fascinating. And to think, I like to think about when I find stuff like that, what that person did, what he was doing, you know what I mean? Did that blade kill an animal that fed his family? You know, or did he throw it at something and it missed, and that stone was gone forever to him? Those are the kinds of things that my nerdy brain likes to ponder on. So unfortunately, now that I've got this channel up, you get to come along and ponder that crap with me too. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. Chris is over there working, and I'm just sitting here babbling. So I'm gonna get back at it. Talk to y'all later. All right, folks, we're back at the house. We had a really cool day on the creek. The creek felt great. Wasn't real hot today. Wasn't very many bugs out today either. Nice little breeze. Really enjoyed ourselves. So I'm back here now, and I'm getting ready to run these concentrates. Got about, I'd say a good solid third of a bucket of really good concentrated material. We'll run the first run through the Gold Buddy, or the Cleanup Buddy sluice, and then we'll probably take those tailings and run them through the Flowered Gold sluice, just to make sure that we got every little speck that we could get out of it. So, but I'm not going to bore you with that part of it. I'm going to run this stuff down because this video is already getting long enough. I've got myself a nice blueberry blonde ale that I brewed myself, tapped out from the kegerator, and I'm gonna sit here and scoop this stuff for a little while, and I'll probably see you at the end, or see if something cool happens. How you doing, folks? Back here at the house. It's the next day, actually. I was tired yesterday, had stuff to do when I got home, and then I was panning down and cleaning up these concentrates until about 10 o'clock last night. So I've got the most of the black sands out. I have not ran it a second time. You usually pick up a few specks on the second run, and I've still got some magnetics over here that I have not panned out yet. But I did want to go ahead and close out this video real quick, because it is getting kind of long, and I wanted to show y'all some gold, which is the whole purpose of y'all watching, is to see some gold. We had a great day. We did find some really good gold, we think. We've got a piece in here that looks like gold. I've got to get my magnifier glass out. It's kind of really rusty looking, but when we looked at it under a scope, not a high-powered scope, but when we looked at it under a magnifier, it did look like gold. But I'm gonna take a closer look at it, because it is real chunky if it is. But otherwise, here's some gold, and hopefully you follow along this adventure and you like watching this kind of stuff. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. I really appreciate the subscriptions. We've got some more cool stuff coming out, product reviews coming up. I'm just waiting on some stuff to come in. We've got pay dirts in the works and lined up as well. So we hope you'll stay tuned and come along and check out all the stuff that we're doing here on this channel. We think it'll be pretty cool. Hopefully you do too. So without ado, I'll close this out showing you some gold. See you on the next one, folks.